Question number 5. A fair coin with 1 marked on one face and 6 marked on the other. So, இப்போ coin இருக்கு. Coinல one faceல 1 இருக்கு. So, head tail மாதிரி it has 1 on one side and 6 on the other side. Okay வா? அப்போ ஒரு sideல 1 இருக்கு, இன்னொரு sideல 6 இருக்கு. So, this is your sample space. If the coin was a regular coin, you would have had head and tail. Regular coin இருந்தா head tail இருக்கும். இந்த இடத்துல இது regular coin கிடையாது. It has ஒரு side 1 இருக்கு, இன்னொரு side 6 இருக்கு. So, your sample space of the coin will be 1, 6. And you have a die. So, die ஓட sample space என்ன? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, what is the total sample space? இது ரெண்டுத்தையும் சேர்த்தா, what will be my sample space? Coinல 1 வந்ததுனா, dieல 1 வரலாம், இல்ல 2 வரலாம். I can get a 3, I can get a 4, I can get a 5, and I can get a 6. Coinல 1 இருக்கு, dieல என்னென்னலாம் வரலாம்? What are my options? I have so many options. If I get a 6 on one side, again, same thing. I can get 6, 2, 6, 3, 6, 4, 6, 5 and 6, 6. Do you understand? You flip a coin, you either get head or tail. In the இடத்துல you get 1 or 6. So for example, if you get 1, if you roll a die, you can get the number 3. So அது 1, 3. Or you can get the number 6. So that will be 1, 6. So similarly, when you toss a coin, you get number 6. அப்போ 6 வந்ததுனா, when you roll a die roll பண்ணும்போது you can get the number 4. So அப்போ அது என்ன இருக்கும்? 6, 4. So இந்த மாதிரி you have so many. So what is your total sample space? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I have 12 elements. So the number of elements in my sample space is 12. So இதுதான் total outcome. இப்போ question என்ன? Find the probability that the sum of the numbers that turn out to be 3. So இப்போ ரெண்டுத்தோட sum வந்து it should be 3. Where all do you see 3? 1 plus 1. Dieல 1 வருது, coinல 1 வருது. So I have 1 plus 1, 2. So similarly, இந்த இடத்துல 1 plus 2 is 3. So this is my one option. So எங்கெங்கெல்லாம் sum 3 வருது? Sum 3 sample space will be 1, 2. Where else do I get 3? Nowhere else. So this is my only இது. So what is my number of favorable outcome? I only have one element. So probability that the sum equals 3 is the number of favorable outcomes divided by the total number of outcomes, which is 1/12. அதே மாதிரி, what is my second subsection? The sum is 12. This is my sum. அப்போ sum equals 12 ஓட sample space என்னது? Sample space will be, where do I எந்த ரெண்டு நம்பர் ஆட் பண்ணா 12 வருது? 6 plus 1 is 7, 6 plus 4 is 10, 6 plus 6 is 12. So my only element in the sample space is 6, 6. So the number of elements is 1. So the probability that the sum is at 12 is 1 by total outcome என்ன? 12. புரியுதா? Question number 6. There are 4 men and 6 women on the city council. So men எவ்வளோ இருக்காங்க? 4 men and women 6. So total number of people என்ன? 4 plus 6, 10. So there are 10 people on the council, city council. If one council member is selected from a committee at random. So in the 10 lane, I'm going to select one committee member and I want it to be a woman. How likely is that? How likely is it that it is a woman? அப்போ woman-னா இருக்கணும்னா probability that it is a woman is the number of favorable outcome. So எத்தனை women இருக்காங்க? There are 6 women. And what is my total strength? 10. So my probability will be 6/10. இதை simplify பண்ணா 2 3s are 2 5s are. So 3/5 is my answer. You understand? There are 6 women and 4 men. இப்போ men வேணும்னா என்ன பண்ணிருக்கணும்? Probability that I need only men அப்படின்னா இந்த 4 menலேருந்து யாரா ஒருத்தர் வேணும் எனக்கு. So it will be 2/5. I want one woman from these 6 people out of 10 people. Okay? 10ங்கிறது general. But woman வரும்போது you have to go for the favorable outcomes. Okay? Question number 7. A fair coin is tossed 4 times. அப்போ sample space எப்படி இருக்கும்? 4 times. So first time you can get head, 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 head. And then you can get head, 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 tail. Once place change பண்ணியாச்சு. Now tens place. So H, H, T, H. This is just an easy way of writing. Okay? இதுக்கு மீனிங்லாம் கிடையாது. Once place, tens placeலாம் இதில் கிடையாது. Okay? I only have first trial, second trial, third trial and fourth trial. Okay? First outcome, second outcome, third outcome, fourth outcome. Okay? Now here, I'm going to change the tens place. நம்ம terminology இது. Okay? H, H, T, T. Now hundreds place. H, T, T, H. Previous step அப்படியே எழுத வேண்டியதான். Then H, T, T, T. Okay, now again, when I change my tens place, I'll have HT, HH and HT, HT. Okay, first ones place change pannom, then tens place, then hundreds place, then again tens place. Okay, this is the order. Next, if thousands place change pannom, appo it will become TT, TT. Now, inge tens place change panna TT, TH. அடுத்து tens place change பண்ணோம் TT, HT, TT, HH. அப்புறம் hundreds place. So TH, HT, TH, HH. அடுத்து again tens place. So I have to change TH, TH, TH. Sorry, TH, TT. வேற எதையுமே சேஞ்ச் பண்ணக்கூடாது. tens place மட்டும் தான் சேஞ்ச் பண்ணோம். TH, TH. Okay, so this is my sample space. How many elements do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16. Okay, so total number of elements is 16. What is asked? A person wins ₹1 for head. So head vandaduna, he wins ₹1. If he gets a tail, he loses ₹1.50. Wins na enartham ₹1 varudhu. So plus 1. Loses na he loses ₹1. அப்ப போயிடுது. So it is a minus. Okay, so this is winning, wins. This is loses. Okay, find the sample space and calculate how many different amounts of money you can have after 4 tosses and the probability of having each of these amounts. Okay, so இப்போ இந்த questionக்கு இந்த amount வச்சு கேக்குறாங்க. So இப்போ 4 heads வந்ததுனா what will be your amount? 4 heads. I'll write amount A for 4 heads. Amount for 4 heads is when I get H, 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 I'll have 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. I'll be winning ₹4. Correct? Amount for 3 heads and 1 tail. Okay, that is my other option. 3 heads and 1 tail. So what will it be? 1 plus 1 plus 1 for 3 heads and minus 1.50 for 1 tail. So you win ₹3 and you lose 1.50. So what will be left with? ₹1.50. Next, amount when you have 2 heads and 2 tails. Korachite vara, I am decreasing the number of heads and increasing the number of tails. So 2 heads and 2 tails na, heads ka I'll win ₹2 and I'll lose 1.50 for 2 tails. So what will I have? 2 minus 3. 1.5 plus 1.5 is minus 3. 2 minus 3 is minus 1. So minus ₹1. For 2 heads and 2 tails, I'll start losing money. Okay, then amount for 1 head and 3 tails. So I'll have 1 minus 1.50 minus 1.50 minus 1.50. So minus 1.50 minus 1.50 is minus 3. Minus 3 and minus 1.5 is minus 4.5. 1 minus 4.5 will be minus 3.5. So minus ₹3.50. Okay. Amount when you have all 4 tails, no heads. So all 4 tails can varum, it will be minus 1.50 minus 1.50 minus 1.50 minus 1.50. So it will be minus இது 3 இது 3. So it will be ₹6 minus ₹6. So what will be your sample space? Your sample space will be when I have 4 heads. This is my only option. So I'll have 4 comma when I have 3 heads and 1 tail. 3 heads and 1 tail ku I have 1.50. Then here again I have 3 heads and 1 tail. So I have 1.50. Aprom 2 heads, 2 tails. So it is minus 1. Okay, don't miss the symbols. Don't miss the signs. Okay, so it's minus 1. So I finished 4 elements. Next, 2 heads, 2 tails. So it is again minus 1. Then 1 head, 3 tails. 1 head, 3 tails can minus 3.50. Then again, 3 heads and 1 tail. 3 heads and 1 tail is 1.50. 2 heads, 2 tails. So it will again be minus 1. All 4 tails. So it is minus 6. 3 tails and 1 head. Minus 3.50. 3 tails, 1 head. Minus 3.50. 2 tails, 2 heads. So it is minus 1. 2 tails, 2 heads. Minus 1. 3 heads, 1 tail. 1.50. 3 tails, 1 head. So it is minus 3.50. Then 2 heads, 2 tails. 2 heads, 2 tails ka minus 1. So this is my sample space of amounts. Okay, so இப்போ இது ஒன்னொன்னுக்கும் probability எழுதணும். Probability that you win 4 rupees will be, what is my total number of elements? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 then 14 15 16. So my total sample space is 16 and the probability that I win rupees 4 is 1. Okay, then probability that I win rupees 1.50 will be, how many 1.50 do I have? 1 2 3 4. So it will be 4 by 16, which is 1 by 4. Then probability that I lose minus 1. So probability of losing minus 1 will be 1 2 3 4 5 6. So it will be 6 divided by 16. 2 all divisible ana 3 divided by 8. Then probability that I lose minus 3.5. So probability that I lose 3.5. Lose nale minus tha. Okay, so neglect the sign when you are writing this. Lose 1 rupee. Okay, lose 3.5 will be, how many do I have? 1 2 3 4. So 4 divided by 16, which is again 1 by 4. The probability of losing 6 will be again 1 by 16. So probability of losing 6 rupees will again be 1 by 16. Okay.